Many 3D artists start out the obvious way, which is wrong. What about it is obvious? Why is it wrong? And how to do it right? The obvious way would be to use the torus, or the cylinder to start off. It is obvious, because their shape is similar to a tire. If it's a similar shape, why is it wrong to start with it? The torus and cylinder are both curved surfaces, making the tire lines on it will become unnecessarily complicated. So how do we work around this? We use a plane. We assume the length of a tire if it were flat and scale it. Now we change the subdivision height and width so that each face is a square. Select these 3 edge loops running parallel to each other and click bevel. In the toolbox, decrease the fraction so that the gap between each beveled edge is minimal. Repeat the previous step, but this time select every other edge loop parallel to each other, and then click bevel and adjust the fractions. In the top view, select every other vertices along these 2 edge loops and then move it to the right. Do the same for the vertices on the bottom edge loop, but move these ones to the left. Select all the faces, then deselect the broad faces only. Once that is done, select the faces of the narrow horizontal edge loops parallel to each other. With all the narrow faces selected, click extrude, then drag it down. Now all 4 sides will have tiny faces that have to be deleted. Once that is done, select the end edges of both sides and extrude it. The tire lines are almost complete. We will now select these vertices and merge it to center. We will repeat this on the other side also. Extrude this edge again. Now we will curve this mesh by clicking on Deform, then Non-Linear, and then Bend. We will get this green handle, and we'll change its rotation value so the handle is aligned to the object. And then in the Bend attribute, change the curvature enough so both the ends meet. We have created a basic shape of a tire. Now we will try to add a bit of a bulge here by selecting these faces on both sides, and then extruding it with the scale tool. Scale the second last edges on both sides, and then scale the last edges on both sides. The tire is looking okay, but we still have to add supporting edges. So add supporting edges here, and then do the same for every tire line. Add 2 supporting edges here and here. Do the same for the other 2 remaining tire lines. When all the supporting edges are given, it will look something like this. The supporting edges are affecting the shape of the tire, so to fix this we will merge each of these 3 vertices to the center. After merging the vertices, we will make the bulge more prominent. Select this edge loop. It will have to be selected one by one. Scale this edge loop and then move it inward. Adjust the scale of the edge loop again if needed. Add an edge loop and move it outwards. We will have a proper bulge now. You can leave the other side as it is or duplicate the updated half to the other side and merge it. Select the edges of both ends and extrude it with the scale tool, then click Bridge to bridge the gap. Now select the faces of the 2 new edge loops and scale it. We will add one last edge loop, then scale it and then move it outwards. With this we complete the model. It actually came out quite well. I hope you liked the video, and that you learned something today. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more 3D modeling tutorials.